Hey everyone, welcome into our latest Trade to Black podcast. I'm your host, Shad Dales, and today we're heading to Pennsylvania, where a Democratic state representative just called out the Republican-controlled Senate for stalling progress on cannabis legalization. And he's doing it loud and clear in a new op-ed. So before we get into today's episode, a quick reminder to like, subscribe, and leave some comments below on where you think adult-use cannabis is headed in the state of Pennsylvania. So now let's get into today's video and really what we've learned so far. Let's first begin with Representative Amon Brown, a Democratic from Philadelphia, is the main sponsor of a House-passed cannabis legalization bill in Pennsylvania. In his latest op-ed published on Marijuana Moment, Brown writes that it's time for the Republican-controlled Pennsylvania Senate to get serious about marijuana reform. He's not mincing words. Brown says the evidence is clear, from economic potential to criminal justice reform, but political gamesmanship is getting in the way of real progress. Oh, have we heard this before? So let's break down some of the key points Representative Brown makes in his op-ed. First, there's bipartisan support, and it exists. Brown reminds readers that cannabis legalization passed in the PA House in 2023 with bipartisan backing, but has stalled in the GOP-led Senate. Another point was economic benefits, and they've been ignored. He cites billions in lost tax revenue and new job creation potential being blocked by inaction. Then there's public opinion, which has been very, very clear. A strong majority of Pennsylvanians support legalization, including many Republican voters. And also another key point is justice reform. Brown calls out the racial disparities in cannabis arrests, saying communities of color continue to suffer while other states profit from their legalization. So Brown's message is direct. The data, public support, and bipartisan appetite are there, but Senate leadership is still holding this back. So where do things stand now? Pennsylvania has a medical market program, but full adult use legalization has hit roadblocks in the Senate, particularly from Republican leaderships concerned about regulation, impaired driving, and public safety. So let's talk about it. Senator Mike Regan, a Republican who's voiced support in the past, has pushed for hearings, but real momentum has been lacking. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania is surrounded by legal markets like New Jersey, New York, and Maryland. And don't forget Ohio, too. So how long can Pennsylvania afford to sit on the sidelines while neighboring states are cashing in and rolling forward with reform? So let's now shift to political dynamics. This also raises bigger questions. Who's really holding marijuana reform back in America? Is it red states, Senate committees, lobbyists, or internal party politics? In PA's case, Brown is putting pressure directly on Senate Republicans, but he's also tapping into a growing frustration among voters who see cannabis as a common sense issue being dragged down by old school politics. And man, am I getting tired of hearing this over and over again. This is a generational thing, and it's time to think about the future. And let's be honest, we've seen this movie time and time again, whether it's safe banking, rescheduling, even state referendums. Progress often stalls not because of policy flaws, but political posturing. So let's now state the obvious. Why does this matter? For cannabis operators and investors, Pennsylvania is a key market. It's the 5th largest U.S. state by population, with a mature medical market and massive growth potential if adult use passes. Companies like Trulieve, Jushi, GTI, and TerrAscend, they already operate there. And they're all banking on expanded legalization to boost margins, licensing opportunities, and retail sales. So this isn't just a political story, it's a business story. One with serious financial upside if lawmakers decide to move. And really potentially the next catalyst moment for the cannabis industry, which we all know this industry badly needs right now. So here's where we are. You've got a Democratic lawmaker publicly calling out Republican Senate leaders in his own state. You've got polling on his side. You got bipartisan support in the House, but still no movement. So really, at what point does inaction become political liability? That's the pressure Brown is now applying, and frankly, it may just work. So if you're watching Pennsylvania, if you're investing in cannabis, or if you simply want to see progress where the people already support it, keep your eye on Harrisburg. So that's it for today. I'm Shad Dales. Drop your thoughts and comments below, and feel free to subscribe when you get a chance. We'd love to boost up those numbers. As I've said before, only 20% of our audience that consumes our content is subscribed to our channel. Let's grow this baby. Please subscribe when you get a chance. And as usual, like I always say, stay open-minded, stay connected, and I'll see you next time at our latest Trade to Black podcast. I'm your host, Shad Dales. Thanks again for watching.